Hi, welcome to Level 2 Technique section. These stretching and strengthening exercises are designed for those of you who have successfully completed Level 1 and have little or no pain in your hip. For this program, you're going to need a towel, an appropriate resistance band, a chair and a stool, and also a wall. We suggest you use a sturdy kitchen or desk chair. The strengthening exercises require the use of resistance bands. They can be purchased at most sporting goods stores. Resistance bands are color-coded. The lighter the color, the lower the resistance. Yellow is usually the lightest, then red, green, blue, and then black. Please start with a light resistance. You should be able to successfully complete 10 repetitions with your hip and leg. If this seems too easy or too difficult, please adjust the band accordingly. Always wear comfortable clothing and appropriate athletic footwear. Again, please check with your physician prior to doing these exercises. If you experience significant pain while doing them, stop what you're doing. If you find it too difficult to perform the exercises without the proper technique, stop and take a break. Now let's follow Emily as she demonstrates the exercises for us. Kneeling on a mat or a towel, facing a chair for support, place your left leg forward with your foot flat so that you are in a lunge position. Now lean forward at the hip, pressing your pelvis towards the floor. You can slightly arch your back to help feel the stretch in the quadriceps or front of the thigh. You will hold this position for 15 seconds and return to a more relaxed and upright position. Let's repeat that again. Leaning forward at the hips, feeling the stretch in the front of the thigh. Now relax and return. This stretch is for the hamstring or the back of the thigh. Standing near a step or a chair, place the heel of the right leg onto it. You will bend forward at the hip, using your hands for support as you slowly try to reach towards your foot. Try not to bend at the shoulders or at your back. You should feel a stretch at the back of your right thigh. You will hold this position for 15 seconds and then return to the upright, relaxed position. Let's repeat this one again. Bend at the waist, not at the back or the shoulders. You can use your hands to help. You will hold this position for 15 seconds and relax, and bring it back up. This stretch is for the inner thighs or the adductors. Standing with your feet wider than shoulder width apart, keep your right knee straight and bend at the left knee, coming down towards the floor. You should feel a stretch in the right inner thigh. Try to maintain this position for 15 seconds and then return to the upright position. Let's do this again. Let's bend at the left leg, performing a lunge, feeling a stretch in the inner thigh. Let's bring that back up. We will perform 2 stretches on your calf, one for the gastrocnemius and one for the soleus muscle. Facing a chair, use your hands for support and place your left leg forward with your right leg comfortably 1 to 2 feet behind you. You will keep your back leg straight with your heel firmly on the ground. Hips should be straight, facing the chair. Now gently lean your hips towards the chair and you should feel a gentle pull in the upper calf. Remember, no bouncing and keep the heel on the ground. You will hold this position for 15 seconds and then return to the more upright position. Let's repeat that again. Foot behind you, 1 to 2 feet, heel on the ground, toes pointed forward. Now lean your hips inward towards the chair and hold this position for 15 seconds and now relax. The next stretch is the bent knee calf stretch. In the standing position, utilizing the chair for support, place feet shoulder width apart. Bend your knees forward towards the chair with both heels on the ground. Toes should be pointing forward. Keep both knees gently bent and lean forward. You should feel a stretch in the lower portion of the calf or the soleus muscle. You will hold this position for 15 seconds and then return to the upright position. Let's do that one more time. Feet shoulder width apart, toes pointed forward. Now gently bend your knees and lean forward. Again, you will hold this for 15 seconds and then relax. This stretch is for the gluteus and piriformis or lower buttock region. While lying on your back on a mat or soft surface, you will cross your right leg over your left thigh. Now, with the assistance of your hands, pull your left thigh up while bending the left hip. You should begin to feel a stretch in the buttock region. If able, you can use your hand or elbow to help push your knee outward. This may accentuate the stretch. You will hold this for 15 seconds and relax. Let's bring that back up, right leg over the left, using your hands to pull the left thigh upwards and the elbow to push your right leg outward. You will hold this position for 15 seconds and then return to the starting position. This stretch is for your lower back. You will lie on your back on a soft surface. Your knees should be slightly bent with both feet on the floor together. You will gently rotate your knees to the right and try to drop them as close to the ground as you feel comfortable doing. You should feel a stretch in your lower back region. To accentuate the stretch, use the arm on your right side and reach across and grab your opposite shoulder. You will hold this position for 15 seconds and relax back to the center. Let's do that one more time. Both knees to the right-hand side and take your right arm and reach across and feel the stretch in your lower back. And now return to center. These strengthening exercises will require the use of resistance bands. An easy way to approximate the size of your band is to somewhat loosely tie the band around your waist. This should now give you the correct size loop for your exercises. You may need to make small adjustments as you do these exercises. This exercise is called the abductor walk. Standing with your feet shoulder width apart, loop the resistance band around your ankles. Please make sure that there are no loose ends that you may step on. We will take steps both left and right. Let's try this together. Let's take 2 steps to the right. Controlled steps, maintaining tension on the band. And then let's go back to the left. These should be comfortable. If the band is too light or too difficult, please adjust accordingly. This exercise is referred to as the monster walk. Again, standing with your feet shoulder width apart and the loop around your ankles, let's start walking forward for 2 steps and then backwards. It may take some control with this band. Now let's go backwards. This should be comfortable and well controlled. This exercise is for the hip flexor. Standing on the resistance band with your left foot and the band looped over your right foot, lift your knee upwards until your thigh is parallel to the ground. You may have to adjust the tension to feel the resistance. If you feel unsteady, you can hold onto a chair for support. Let's try that one more time. Lift the leg upwards, hold it, and then bring it back down. This exercise is called bird dog. You will get down on the floor on your hands and knees. Please make sure that your hands and knees are underneath you and your back is straight. Now take your right arm and left leg and lift them straight out. Keep your hip level, and you will hold this for a count of 5 and bring them back down. Also, your head and neck should be straight and looking comfortably in front of you. Now let's try that for the other side. If this seems too difficult, you can just do this exercise with your lower extremity. Now bring that back down. This exercise is called the wall slide. Put your back to the wall, feet out in front, shoulder width apart. You should just be able to see your toes. Now gently slide down the wall as if you were going to sit. Try to get into a position where your knees are parallel to the floor. Place a folded towel between your knees and squeeze. You will hold this position for approximately 10 to 15 seconds and come up. If you need a chair for assistance in getting up, it would be helpful to have it by your side. As you get stronger, you can hold this for longer periods of time. Let's try that one more time. Let's slide down, thighs parallel to the floor, squeezing inward, and let's gently slide back up. This exercise is called bridging. Lying on your back with your arms out to the side for support and your feet firmly on the ground, shoulder width apart. Use your buttocks and abdomen to lift your pelvis off the floor. Now lift your right leg off the ground, keeping it straight at the knee. You will hold this position for 5 seconds and then reverse the order, lowering the leg down and now the pelvis to the floor. Let's repeat this for the opposite side. The pelvis will come up, and now lift the left leg, holding it straight. We will hold for 5 seconds, and then reverse the order, leg down, buttocks down. This exercise is called the plank. In the prone position, leaning on your elbows and forearms, legs straight behind you, get up on your toes. You will do this by tightening your abdomen and your buttock muscles. Try and keep your back flat, and you will hold this position for 15 seconds, and you will slowly bend your knees down to a comfortable position. Let's try this again. Tighten the buttocks and the abdomen, back straight, on your elbows. You will hold this for 15 seconds, and let's come back down. This exercise is called the bicycle sit-up. You will lie on your back and you will bend your knees and hips and place your hands on your forehead. Now, pedal your legs like a bicycle and try to touch the opposite elbow to the knee. Try and keep a relaxed neck using no support, and we will relax. You have now completed the technique section. Please watch this again until you feel comfortable with these exercises.